Have you ever found yourself scratching the same spot on your body day after day, wondering why it just will not stop? Some sensations feel so minor that we dismiss them as nothing serious. An itch on your back might seem like the result of a snug sweater or sweat clinging to your skin, something you expect to fade quickly. But when that itch returns, night after night, lingering like a persistent visitor, it is a sign that deserves your attention. It is not just a small annoyance anymore. Your body is a remarkable and intricate system, almost like a living ecosystem. It does not always alert you with dramatic symptoms like sharp pain or a high fever. Sometimes it speaks softly through something as subtle as an itch, a quiet signal that something might be out of balance deep within. Consider David, a 67-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan. He was the picture of health, always joking with his neighbors and sticking to a routine of early morning walks. But every evening his calves started itching so intensely he could barely sit still. At first he thought it was just dry skin, or maybe an allergy to his new laundry detergent. He tried every cream at the drugstore, but nothing worked. Frustrated, he visited his doctor, who ran tests and discovered a serious liver condition. If David had ignored it much longer, the outcome could have been devastating. Science tells us that persistent itching in specific areas of the body, especially for those of us in our middle or later years, can point to more than just skin-deep issues. For older adults, chronic itching can be a warning of underlying health problems that impact not only your daily comfort, but also your long-term well-being, and even how long you live. In this video, we are going to dive into 4 key areas of the body where itching might be trying to tell you something important. Our goal is not to alarm you, but to equip you with clear, reliable knowledge so you can take control of your health. Each section will break down the science behind the itch, connect it to the body systems involved, and share practical steps you can take. We will weave in real stories from people just like you to make the information feel close to home and easy to remember. Most importantly, we will show you what to do next so you can act with confidence. Stay with us until the end, because the insights you gain today could help you live a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. If you enjoy learning about your health through relatable stories told in a way that feels like a conversation with a trusted friend, please hit the subscribe button. That way you will not miss our future videos, packed with wisdom to keep you thriving. Now, let us begin this journey together. 1. Persistent itching in the lower legs. An itch that keeps coming back to your calves, shins, or ankles can feel like a nagging mystery, especially when there is no rash, swelling, or obvious trigger. It is tempting to shrug it off as dry skin, or maybe a reaction to new socks. Most of us do at first. But when that itch persists, particularly at night or after you have been sitting or standing for a long time, it could be your body way of waving a red flag. Research in neurology and circulatory health reveals that chronic itching in the lower legs can be an early clue to peripheral artery disease, a condition where blood vessels narrow and reduce blood flow to your legs. When blood cannot circulate freely, the skin in your lower legs becomes vulnerable. It dries out, loses its nourishment, and starts to itch, often feeling like tiny ants marching across your skin. You might also notice your legs feel heavy, achy, or unusually cold below the knees, especially after a long day. This is not just about discomfort in your legs. When circulation falters, your heart has to pump harder to move blood through those narrowed vessels. Over time, this extra strain can lead to serious issues like high blood pressure, heart failure, or even a stroke. For older adults, these risks can also affect brain health, making it harder to stay sharp and active. The signs are quiet, almost sneaky, but they are there if you know where to look. Let me tell you about Mary, a 68-year-old retired school teacher from Ohio. Mary loved spending her days tending to her garden, filling her backyard with roses and tomatoes, but she started noticing that her calves itched terribly after hours of digging and planting. She blamed the sun, thinking it was drying out her skin. She slathered on moisturizers, but the itching kept coming back, especially at night when she tried to relax. Her daughter worried it might be more than just a skin issue. Convinced Mary to see a doctor, tests revealed early peripheral artery disease. The news was a shock, but it was also a wake-up call. With her doctor guidance, Mary made changes that saved her health and let her get back to her garden. The encouraging news is that peripheral artery disease can often be managed if caught early, and the solutions are surprisingly simple. Start with a daily walk, even just 15 minutes around your neighborhood. Walking gets your blood moving and strengthens the vessels in your legs. When you rest, try elevating your feet on a cushion to help blood flow back to your heart more easily. Staying hydrated is key, so aim to drink water throughout the day. Cutting back on salty foods like chips or canned soups can reduce strain on your blood vessels. If your doctor recommends them, medical-grade compression socks can work wonders by supporting your veins and easing that heavy feeling in your legs. These small steps might seem modest, but they are powerful. They help your legs feel lighter, your heart work smarter, and your whole body stay stronger. If you have been noticing an itch in your lower legs that will not quit, take a moment to listen to your body. It might be asking for a little extra care, and that care could make all the difference. 2. Unexplained itching on the upper or mid-back. An itch between your shoulder blades or across your upper back can be one of the most frustrating sensations. You cannot quite reach it, and even when you do, scratching does not always help. There is no redness, no bumps, just this stubborn itch that keeps showing up in the same spot. It is easy to blame it on something external, like a sweaty shirt, a new detergent, or the dry air of winter. But when that itch sticks around with no clear cause on your skin, it might be a message from deeper within your body. The area between your shoulder blades is a hub for nerves that connect your spinal cord to your organs. These nerves act like a communication network, carrying signals from your brain to places like your liver, heart, and lungs. When something disrupts this network, whether it is nerve damage, a degenerating spine, or an issue with an organ like your liver, you might feel it as an itch in the skin above. Scientists call this neuropathic itch, a sensation caused by nerve misfires rather than anything on the surface of your skin. Liver problems can also trigger this kind of itching. Conditions like fatty liver, chronic hepatitis, or a sluggish liver can cause toxins to build up in your blood. These toxins irritate nerve endings under your skin, leading to an itch that no cream can soothe. Because the problem is not on the outside, it is on the inside. Let me share the story of John, a 72-year-old fisherman from Florida. John spent his retirement casting lines into the Gulf, enjoying the salty breeze. But over time, he noticed an annoying itch right between his shoulder blades. It bothered him most in the evenings when he sat down to watch the news. He tried every lotion he could find, thinking the humid air was to blame, when the itching started waking him up. At night, his wife insisted he see a doctor. Blood tests showed early signs of liver dysfunction, likely tied to years of rich seafood dinners and a few too many beers. John was stunned but grateful. With his doctor help, he revamped his diet, cutting back on fatty foods and adding more vegetables. Regular checkups and a new focus on hydration helped his liver recover, and the itching finally faded. Caring for this kind of itch means looking beyond your skin to support your nervous system and liver. Gentle stretches for your upper back can keep nerves from getting pinched, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting. Pay attention to your posture when you are reading or watching TV. Slouching can press on those delicate nerves. B vitamins like B1, B6, and B12 are like food for your nerves, helping them stay healthy and reducing those misfired itch signals. You can find these in foods like eggs, whole grains, and leafy greens, or ask your doctor about a supplement. For your liver, think about what you eat and drink. Try to limit heavy fatty meats and alcohol, which can tax your liver over time. Instead, add foods that support liver health, like spinach, broccoli, turmeric, and garlic. These act like a natural detox team, helping your liver clear out toxins. Drinking plenty of water every day keeps everything flowing smoothly. If the itching does not let up after a few weeks, do not hesitate to talk to your doctor. A simple blood test to check your liver function, or an X-ray or MRI of your upper spine can uncover what is really going on. That persistent itch might be the first hint of something your body wants you to address before it grows into a bigger problem. 3. Frequent itching on the scalp or neck. A little itch on your scalp or the back of your neck might not seem like a big deal at first. You might think it is just dandruff, a shampoo that does not agree with you, or maybe sweat from a warm day. But when that itch keeps coming back with no clear reason, it could be your body, way of signaling something deeper, something that goes beyond the surface of your skin. Your scalp and neck are home to a dense network of nerves that are incredibly sensitive to what is happening inside you. These nerves are like your body, early warning system, picking up on signals from stress, sleepless nights, or emotions you have not fully processed. When life feels heavy, whether it is worry about family finances or just the weight of daily routines, those nerves can overreact, causing an itch that seems to come out of nowhere. In medical terms, this is known as neurogenic itching, a sensation triggered by your nervous system rather than something physical like a bug bite or rash. For older adults, chronic itching in these areas can also point to early changes in nerve health, or even the beginning of neurological conditions that affect how your nerves communicate with your brain. Let me tell you about Linda, a 65-year-old grandmother from California. Linda was the heart of her family, always cooking big Sunday dinners and caring for her husband who had health challenges. But she started noticing her scalp itched every night, especially when she tried to wind down. She switched shampoos thinking it was a skin issue, but the itching only got worse. Feeling exhausted, she opened up to her doctor about the stress she had been carrying. The doctor suggested it might be more than just her scalp talking, it could be her nervous system reacting to months of worry. Linda started practicing deep breathing exercises and made time for short evening walks. She also began writing in a journal to unload her thoughts. Within weeks, the itching eased and Linda felt a sense of calm she had not realized she was missing. The beauty of your body is that it responds so well to gentle care. You do not need complicated solutions to soothe an overactive nervous system. Try starting your day with 5 minutes of deep, slow breathing, letting your shoulders relax as you focus on each breath. A leisurely walk in the morning sun can do wonders for your mood and your nerves. Even a heartfelt conversation with a friend or loved one can help release emotions that might be quietly building up. Research shows that writing down your thoughts, even just a few sentences each day, can help your brain sort through stress and calm those overactive nerves that trigger itching. If the itching persists, it might be time to dig a little deeper. Ask yourself, what is on my mind that I have not fully faced? Sometimes your scalp or neck is not just itching, it is carrying the weight of a heart that needs to be heard. If you have tried these steps and the itch still lingers, talk to your doctor. They might suggest tests to check your nerve health or recommend ways to support your emotional well-being. Your body is always speaking, and listening closely can lead to profound changes. 4. Persistent itching on the abdomen or chest. When your chest or abdomen starts to itch for no apparent reason, no rash, no redness, no signs of an allergic reaction, it is easy to brush it off as nothing. Maybe you think it is just your skin getting older or a reaction to a new soap. But if that itch keeps coming back, modern science suggests it could be a sign of something surprisingly common, yet often overlooked: nutrient deficiencies or trouble absorbing the nutrients your body needs. This is especially true for those of us in our middle or later years. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at turning food into the building blocks our cells rely on. You might sit down to a full plate of food, but your body might not be soaking up the vitamins and minerals it needs to stay strong. Low levels of key nutrients, like vitamin B12, zinc, essential fatty acids, or magnesium, can make your skin dry, overly sensitive, and prone to itching. It is as if your skin is trying to tell you that something inside is running low. Your nerves, which rely on these nutrients to function smoothly, can also start sending mixed signals, leading to that persistent itch. What makes this tricky is that nutrient deficiencies do not always announce themselves with obvious symptoms. You might not lose weight or feel weak. You could look perfectly healthy, eat 3 square meals a day, and still be missing the nutrients that keep your immune system strong, your nerves steady, and your skin calm. Over time, these quiet shortages can weaken your body defenses and make you feel less vibrant than you deserve. Let me share the story of Emma, a 70-year-old widow from Texas. Emma was proud of her active life, volunteering at her church and baking for her grandchildren. But for months, she dealt with an annoying itch across her chest that would not go away. She thought it was just her skin aging and tried every moisturizer on the shelf. When she mentioned it to her doctor during a routine visit, the doctor suggested a nutrition check. Tests showed Emma was low on vitamin B12 and magnesium nutrients. Her body was not absorbing well, despite her balanced diet. Her doctor recommended small changes, adding an egg to her breakfast, a handful of almonds for a snack, and a daily multivitamin. Within a month, the itching stopped, and Emma noticed she had more energy to keep up with her grandkids. It was a reminder that sometimes the smallest changes can bring the biggest relief. The good news is that this type of itching is one of the easiest to address once you know what is going on. You do not need expensive treatments or endless doctor visits. Start with simple tweaks to your daily routine. Try adding nutrient-rich foods to your meals. Eggs for breakfast, salmon or walnuts for healthy fats, or a colorful mix of fruits and vegetables to boost your vitamin intake. A daily multivitamin tailored for older adults can fill in any gaps. Just check with your doctor first to find the right one. Staying hydrated is also crucial, so keep a water bottle nearby and sip throughout the day. These changes are not just about stopping the itch. They are about giving your body the fuel it needs to stay strong, active, and full of life. If the itching continues for more than a few weeks, or if you feel unusually tired, talk to your doctor. A simple blood test can check for nutrient deficiencies and guide you toward the right solutions. That itch on your chest or abdomen is not just a nuisance. It is a gentle reminder that you deserve to be nourished inside and out so you can live every day to the fullest. Have you ever felt an itch that seemed to linger in one spot, making you restless and uneasy? Have you paused to ask, what is my body trying to say? Itching might seem like a small thing, a fleeting discomfort you can ignore, but when it keeps returning to the same place with no rash, no allergy, no clear explanation, it is often more than just a skin problem. It could be a quiet signal from your body, pointing to issues with your circulation, your nerves, your liver, or even the stress you carry in your heart and mind. Your body is a masterpiece, intricate and wise. It does not always shout when something is wrong. Sometimes it whispers through a small itch, hoping you will pay attention if you listen closely. The next time you notice that familiar itch, do not just reach for a cream or dismiss it. Take a moment to reflect. Am I feeling more stressed than I have admitted? Am I giving my body the nutrients it needs to thrive? Is there a part of me, physical or emotional, that is asking for care? Taking care of your health does not start when you are rushed to the hospital. It begins in these quiet everyday moments, when your body speaks and you choose to listen. If you notice an itch that will not quit, treat it as an invitation to tune in, to ask questions, and to make small changes that could shape a healthier future. If this video has helped you see your body in a new light, even just a little, our mission feels complete. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found these insights valuable and want to keep exploring your health through stories that feel like a warm conversation, please subscribe to our channel. We will be here with more wisdom to help you understand every sigh, every twinge, and every itch as a chance to know yourself better and live a life full of vitality.